What's going on, chat? What it do, ski? It's been a minute. I got a little bit of time, so I was like, let me jump on and holler at the good folks of YouTube. What's going on with everybody? I'm not even up to date with what's going on with the W stuff as far as I think they made a statement saying that it can come down to a strike, and they sounds like they don't mind it coming down to a, not that they don't mind it, but if it comes down to a strike, they're willing to strike. So that's the latest from what I understand. I've been busy today. I haven't had the time to read everything, but from my understanding, what people telling me and what I heard was they're basically saying like we can get to a strike, and it'll happen. Which is put should be lighting some fire up under what's going on, Henry. Should be lighting a fire under the league to make some things shake up, make some things happen. And I just feel like the W is in a really interesting spot. Like, I understand both sides. Not that I agree with both sides, but I understand both sides, from the ownership group and people like that saying, well, we've endured X, Y, and Z. So why do we jump and fund the max number or what they're asking for? But I also understand the women saying, yo, we endured years of not getting any money. We endured making less than the target manager that I have to go buy socks at. Now pay us what we're worth. And what isn't helping is Forbes dropping the income of some of the off court income of some of the W players. Forbes dropping that really lets you know the value of these players, because that's the money they make away from basketball. That's them away from basketball. So how much money could they bring into the W? And part of what I think is the W probably does not know how. Not they don't. I don't want to bash it, but maybe they're not sure how to market these players that these brands know how to market. Maybe the W they're having a hard time of marketing these players. And I put out a post. I put out a post saying there's great storylines available for the W. Asia Wilson, we're watching a GOAT dominate at her peak. That's a huge storyline. You can sell that to anybody. Caitlin Clark, she brings so much fandom to the sport, so much eyes to the sport. That's a huge storyline you can market. And I combined it to, I said Angel Reese and Paige Bueckers are marketing darlings living out a buddy comedy film in real time. Like, that's another, like, get behind that. And we can keep going. The Stud Buds, what they're doing, huge storyline. A vet like Skylar Diggins, big storyline. Now we're going international with Dom, and our fam is coming in, and Lee in Dallas. There's just storylines that the W can get behind. If Reese's and I'm sorry, if Reese's and Oreo can create a buzz with the W players, the league should be able to create a profitable buzz with the W players. So I think those numbers coming out via Forbes and stuff like that are letting the W know you have the players and the products. Now it's time for UW to get it going. And so these players are also saying, yo, you got to figure it out, or we are willing to go on a strike. And it doesn't help that there's multiple leagues, whether it's a rival, AU. There's a new one. There's Project B next year, but there's another one someone was telling me about, and I totally forgot about it. Will it hit my brain? No. There's another one. There's different leagues popping up. So these women are like, "Oh, we can actually go ball elsewhere, and make a little bit of money versus being on the biggest stage on ESPN or on Amazon or on Ion or XY. We're on these big stages and we're not getting what we deserve. I mean, there's no way that in the last 2 years we'll have 3 expansion teams, and we know the expansion fee is $250,000. So through expansion fees, there has been $750 million created, and it's time for us to negotiate contracts. You don't think those people want more? And I know that they offered them, they did give them a proposal, and the proposal had oh, you can make $1 million, but there's a ton of stipulations to the $1 million. And it sounds good to the novice ears, but what if $1 million is lowballing? Yes, that's better than the $80,000 I was getting. Or max right now is what, over 250? So yes, the million is better than the 250. But what if we're really, our value is really at the $2 million is the max, the $3 million max? Like, it's funny that I see people go online and say these women don't know what they're doing. They're about to get 5x what they already make. I'm like, bro, we ain't in these meetings. We're not seeing these numbers. They are the ones with the research. We don't have no research. We guessing everything as fans. I'm sure maybe they haven't got the official books from the W, but maybe there's a cool owner that's tipping them off to what's really coming in. Maybe they're saying over the last 16 months, as far as just in fees for new organizations, there's been $700 million. The players deserve, that's almost that, you know what I mean? They're missing just a quarter to get to $1 billion. Maybe the players deserve to make some more money because money's coming in. There's a TV rights deal that I forget the exact number, but there's a huge TV rights deal. So there's reasons why these players are saying, no. We deserve better than what you guys are offering. So I understand the players' mindset in this. And I come from a lineage of businessmen, so I understand what a business would be thinking in this moment. I've sacrificed, we've funded, we've done all this for all these years. Now it's time to get profitable. Why should we change these splits when now we can be in recruit mode? But that's not how good business works. It's not. A lot of businesses that you like suffered for years and years and years. And now, yeah, okay, the media rights deal was 2.2. That's actually what I thought. I thought it was 2.2 billion over like 11, 12-year span, something like that. So I do understand both sides. Do I agree with both sides? Absolutely not. I want these women to get paid what they are not owed, but what they deserve. They are the product at the end of the day. We're not talking about people sitting behind desks. They're the product, and it's time to start paying these people what they deserve to get. So it's an interesting spot, and it sounds like on the player side, they don't feel like it's close. I'm kind of looking over at South Florida versus South Carolina. Another blowout in NCAA world, which, man, it gets hard to watch. So it's interesting. I would love for the season to come back as scheduled. I would love for the draft to happen as scheduled, but I don't mind it taking a little longer so that these women can get what they deserve. So if we're stuck for a while, it sucks for us as fans, as content creators, as it sucks for the players, it sucks for the league if they have to be stale for a minute. But that is kind of just where things are. And like I said, I caught up just a little bit. I had a really busy day, so I wasn't able to read everything, but I caught up to understand they're not threatening, we're about to lock out, but they're saying, yo, if things don't go right and it's time to lock out, we've already voted on it, and we're going to do the lockout thing. So that'll be interesting. I'm old enough to remember plenty of time. I think 2 NBA lockouts I probably was alive for more than that, but when I even knew or cared about it, I can remember 2 of them happening. So it'll be interesting to see the W. It's just the worst timing. When the NBA locked out, it was the NBA. Like, it made sense what they were doing, but it was such a established product that we had to wait. I remember one year that the NBA did not start till Christmas Day. So we had to wait a couple of months to get the NBA, but it was worth waiting because they built up 20 years of value. But now the WNBA is at its like peak right now. And I don't think you want it to fizzle down because of business arguments happening behind the scenes, if that makes sense. So it's interesting. We'll see how this plays out. This is like a whole different territory for women's sports, WNBA. to be at this place. And I don't think anybody really wants to lock out. If it was up to the ladies, hey, just pay us our money. We're gonna jump back on the court. Like, let's not lock out. Let's give the people what they want, and let's give us what we want. The world wants to see the W right now, man. Women's basketball is on fire. I per the numbers, I don't think there's a league that's exploding more. You're a good bloke. Okay, I've heard the word bloke before, and it wasn't a positive thing. And so, if you're coming over here to be negative, I have to warn you. Really good at cooking people. But if you're being positive, it's all love, gang. But let's keep it cute, man. Let's keep it cute. We're talking sports. So that's that. Hey, something interesting that I found out today was that the Team USA 19U won in the last tournament they participated in. I don't know the name of it, so I'll just call it the tournament. So the USA 19U won their last tournament, which gave the Team USA national team an automatic bid. So the okay, cool. I've seen that word used a couple times and it was never positive. Mate, okay, you're just not from the States, is what it sounds like, which is all good, Man, I lost my train of thought. Okay, so the 19U won the last tourney that they were just in. Team USA national team, they can lose out in the tournament in March and still qualify. So, with that being said, I kind of think that players like Asia, Fee, Stewie, possibly Breanna, they might not participate in March because they're not playing for anything. We already have our bid into the the Nationals or the Olympics. What's the bid for? You guys know what I'm saying. I don't have the information in front of me. I just got this info. So that might mean like the players that went to the tryouts, the Team USA tryouts, that might actually be the roster minus a couple players. We know Juju won't play. Probably 6'7" UCLA. My brain. She probably won't play. Brittany Griner didn't even show up. Kai Copper was only there for one day. So, like, we can almost eliminate enough players to say the people we seen on the court during the training camp might be the people we send over in March to compete again, because there's nothing to play for. Appreciate everybody jumping in. You know, when you guys jump in, let me know where you're from. Like, let me know the city or state you're from. That'll be interesting. But I learned that Team USA are the March games, they kind of don't matter because we're already qualified because of our 19U players came and did a great job and won their last tournament. So I'm thinking we're gonna get that roster that we seen in the training camp. I don't see I'm pretty sure if you call Asia, like Asia, we got the qualifying tournament in March, but we've already qualified. Do you want to participate or not? She's probably gonna be like, nah, we're not kind of not playing for anything, so no. So I can see that happening, which I think for the fans, I think we will all be pretty okay with it because hey, Asia, rest up, do your individual training. Stewie, get healthy. Feet, get healthy. You guys both had injuries. So rest up, let our young guns go run and get all that experience. Let them go. It's in Puerto Rico. Let them go to Puerto Rico. Let our young warriors go to Puerto Rico and get the experience, get the camaraderie, and let them have that moment. Whether they win it all, which we know that roster probably will, or if they don't, they had these moments. But there's nothing, we're not playing for anything by bringing out the big guns. Let's see what you guys say in the chat. This whole USA thing, I feel like people are being estimated. Yeah. I don't think anybody came out of Team USA, anybody saying anything wrong or negative about them. What it sounds like was Paige was kind of showing out, right? I don't see Asia Stewie or Fee playing the qualifier games. They won't play into the World Cup. Yeah. And that's what, thank you, man. My brain just be gone sometimes. So The qualifying games are irrelevant. We've already made it into the World Cup tournament, and so it does not make sense for the stars to participate. But I think that's really, really great for us as fans, because we've seen Fee, we've seen Stu, we've seen Asia in these moments, and it's awesome. But it would be great. Like the young and turn thing is for real. It's a new wave. I forget what they call them, cycles. Team USA calls them cycles, and the young and turn people are who's up to bat for the next cycle. So if we don't have to send our big dogs, let the young and turn go. What did my dad call it? Ignorance on fire. Just be fired up to play together and be oblivious to, hey, we've never been overseas all together as a group. Don't even think about that. You guys just go set fire to the whole qualifying tournament. Go win each game by 100 if you can. And I think that'll be good for us as fans and for the young and turn crew. The Dirka Hamby was still on the other side, but it'll be great for her. Who else was out there? I mean, Jackie's so experienced in Team USA, but I think they need Jack. And Chelsea Gray, it makes sense for her to still go. You got to have those vets that's been in those moments. But I think that young and turn crew will probably run every team out of the gym by the second quarter. By halftime, it would be a blowout. So that's another thing I learned today was they're already qualified for the World Cup. So the games in March, we don't have to bring out the big guns, which it'd be great too if you think about it for Team USA. Like we get to see the younger players play against competition, not each other, like in training camp, or not against these guys that we found off the streets. Even though I heard they're all like D2 players or D3 players, local college guys in Durham, North Carolina. No, we get to evaluate them. So imagine you as being a part of the Team USA management, you get to see them actually play against competition. A lot of people have already said, Kiki RFN, maybe she won't make it. But guess what? If you're Team USA, you get to bring her in March and say, let's see her against competition. She might actually show out. So we don't need to bring Stewie. Let's just take Kiki. Let's take RJ, Rakia. Let's take them, the people that everybody assumes are to be on that cutting board. Let's take them and see what they look like against competition. Because they're all great players in the men's side. Melo, Kevin Durant, all great players, but they are goats in the USA when it comes to playing in Team USA. They are like goats, the best of the best. And so some of that, Rakia, I can see Rakia's game shining so bright. I can see her. She's got the height of the power forwards, but the skills of a shooting guard, small forward. She could shine bright, but if we just cut it off and saying, hey, we're going to bring back the vets to play in this tournament, that doesn't matter. What good does that do the player like Rakia? My G, what's going on, Jake, man? What's good, bro? I'm glad we'll at least get some hoops outside of Unrivaled. Yes, we'll get some hoops outside of Unrivaled, but there's AU. And man, there's another league that I just found out about now. I'm drawing a blank, man. About this new league. But yeah, we'll get some additional hoops. Let's not downplay Unrivaled. We're not going to downplay AU. Those women go out there and give it their all. And if you really look at Unrivaled and the people that worked hard on Unrivaled, all of them had all of them had awesome seasons. All of them had increases in whether it's their points or their assists or their play style. A lot of people think about Big Z. She won the championship in Unrivaled, was shooting threes all over Unrivaled, blocking shots. Then she came to the Sparks and it was like, oh, you can do this in a W too, huh? Okay, Big Z. You see her show out. You see plenty of people step their game up, and you could see some of that Unrivaled training and playing works. You could see it. You made a great video on RJ. Yeah, man, I love RJ, man. I'm a fan of RJ. She's smooth. Her and Paige have that just smooth game. Like it's butter smooth. Those two players, you can sit back, grab your popcorn, and just enjoy hoops, man. RJ's that player. At the beginning of the year was a little shaky for a lot of the sophomore players, and that's normal. The teams now have film on you. The players have gone against you 2 or 3 times. So now you got to bring something. Did you go develop? Did you bring something else to the table? So those first couple months are always a little shaky. And RJ stepped up right after she went through the shaky phase. Boom, back to it, stepped up, and she was hooping. All right, from the boot, the youngsters and the new players coming. Women's basketball is on the rise. Ah, man, I'm so excited to where women's basketball is. Bro, I've been watching women's hoops since I was a young bull. Like I grew up, my goddad, who I was super close with, coached it. He used to take me to games while I was in junior high. He would take me to the high school games. I was watching San Diego legends like I'm losing names. Candace Wiggins, Sharday Houston. They were the big names that come out of San Diego that played in the league, won championships. So I grew up watching them in the city. So I followed them through college, learned about the women's college game. They got to the league, fell in love with the league. I mean, I knew about the legends because I'm a basketball head. I knew about the Lisas, and I knew about even Cheryl Miller, Swoops. Like I learned, I seen that because I watched hoops. But once I seen my people I knew, I met when I was in junior high and watched them get to the W, then I started really locking into the W. And I love women's basketball because they're not dealing with what the NBA is dealing with. Women's basketball is still basketball. The NBA is like, okay, pick and roll, and let me start foul baiting. Let me flop, or let me John Morant try to dunk on somebody and miss all of my dunk attempts. Like the NBA is like such a hard watch. When I was like, bruh, my favorite team growing up was the Sacramento Kings. We ran the Princeton offense. Get a ball to Vladi here. Watch Mike Bibby fly over there. Set the pick for Stewie Stojakovic. He's run up here. Mike's going back screen. So as my big, I have 2 options. I can reverse it, turn around, face up, go to the hole. If you stop me at the hole, weak side corners open because there's a pick and roll action on the weak side. Like I grew up seeing that basketball. So now to watch the NBA, it's just like foul baiting league is like, bro, you putting me to sleep. So the W gives me, I can watch the W and see some actions happening. I could see, oh, this person in the NBA, there's people in the league just because they can jump. You feel me? Like, man, have some skill set to it. I'm ranting. My bad. Let me see what you guys saw about in chat. Oh yeah, is the new league is Upshot. That's Upshot. I kept forgetting that name. This is so new. I only heard about it once. And I'm gonna have to do some research. But Upshot is another alternative league. Again, I gotta do some research. From what I'm hearing, they trying to run alongside the W, so maybe they can become like the G League of the W. Who knows? I heard somebody talk about that. Well, I haven't seen anything confirming that. Stan is Upshot. Yeah. Upshot is like a development league, but not officially. So yeah, I have heard about that. I just haven't, man. It's a holiday season. I got kids. I've been busy. Family, about to get the whole family together. We come together for the holidays. So it's like I pick and choose the stuff I can like truly dive into. Bingo. Yeah, man. I was Doug Chrisley. Bobby Jack was so cold off the bench, man. Bobby Jack, C Dub, Chris Webber, Scott Pollard, Gerald Wallace started out there. I remember we had Matt Barnes was on the squad. Before Mike Bibby was Jason Williams, but Mike Bibby is my all-time favorite player. That's my personal, not who's the GOAT of basketball. My personal GOAT, Mike Bibby. I met him once. Like that is, if you look at my jumper, it looks exactly like Mike Bibby's. I'm just not bow-legged. The Sacramento Kings was my squad. Bingo. I'm happy somebody knows the squad. That team, man, we got robbed, bro. The Lakers robbed. The league robbed us from going to the finals. We was the best oiled machine, bro. We was gonna win that championship, man. And the Sacramento Kings have not recovered since. Not recovered since at all. We never recovered, man, since that moment. The 2000s Kings, yep, the 2000s Kings, man. When we used to have the double 3-point line, we had the college and we had the NBA 3-point lines on the courts. I'm that much of an OG. I got jerseys in my closet, and I don't wear jerseys. Cal, my personal PG is JK. Yeah, JK, bro. I used to play when I was playing ball and I was facing another point guard, I would be screaming in his ear, JK defense, JK defense, JK defense. Like, I'll get on their nerves. I love JK. I love like traditional point guards too, man. Point guards that ain't looking to score. JK, Rondo, like them is my. I could watch Lonzo Ball right now is that type of player. I could watch them all day. Yes, cowbells. Cowbells Day in the dang, I can't remember the Arco. The Arco, Cowbell Day. Man, that's funny that y'all really been locked in. Like the beam. Yeah, they had a great season, man. They had a great season. Kings, man, when they had to decide between Halliburton and De'Aaron Fox, I honestly I love De'Aaron Fox, but I was upset about the Halliburton thing because I mean, Fox is special too. I just seen Halliburton like was a big moment player. And Fox was that too. It's hard. They both were cold. They should just never have been together. They both were cold and they had to pick between those players, man. So it hurt me, but my Kings, man, my Kings. I don't like it's tough. Mike Bibby is like my personal GOAT, who I think is the best player ever is Bron. So I kind of rock with Bron. So it's weird growing up a Kings fan your whole life and LeBron goes to the Lakers and now you have to cheer for the Lakers. But I've seen Brown play in person plenty of times. I've been courtside. I done sat at the top of the arena, everywhere seeing Brown play. I've been driving to LA from San Diego to see Brown. Now I live in Texas, so I get to go see him. I seen Bronny score in person. Man, I went to a game where I watched. It was 2020. I watched Vince. Was it 2020? 2019. I watched Vince Carter dunk and Dirk do his patent Dirk one legger in the same game, bro. I was like in a basketball high. And that's something I enjoy about living in Dallas is like, and I live 5 minutes from the arena. So I get to go to games. Growing up in California and San Diego, especially, we don't have a team. So it was so hard for us to see games. We have to drive up to LA, and that's a hassle. My bad. I got a text from somebody. But what do you guys think about the league? Are we back to the W? You guys think the lockout is happening? I don't think so, man. I think the W is just in like a crazy, crazy space that letting a lockout happen might hurt you for the next 15, 20 years versus you being unhappy with they're talking about for the next 3 years. That lockout, I think, is going to hurt the league really, really bad. So, what do you guys think? I want to hear what you guys think, and we can talk about it. Goat still, Mike. Yeah, Mike is my dude, man. Yeah, yeah. I think it was 2020. I really feel like it was 2020. Was Dirk in the league in 2020 or was that 2019? I feel like it was 2020 though. But yeah, I caught Dirk VC in the same game, man. Now I think about it, was Jeff Teague there? Jeff Teague is a part of everything that happens in the NBA. It's so crazy. But do you guys think we're gonna get a season for 2026? I am I think it would be foolish for the W to not have a season, to be honest. I gotta check the time. I did have a few minutes to jump on here to chat with everybody. It's been a while since I've gone live. It's not something I do on the regular. The W knows what they're doing. Intentionally marketing CC only. Man, the whole Caitlin Clark thing right now is draining, bro. It's draining. The whole conversations regarding Caitlin Clark as a W fan is just draining. Last week it was Asia's Time article, and Asia did not talk about Caitlin Clark at all. She didn't. The editor, author did. Asia did mention that the history of the W, people came in and they were comfortable erasing the history of the W. And it's funny because right now, those people that said Asia was wrong, they're wiping Sue Bird's history off the planet. So Asia was kind of right. She was not that she was forcing it, but it was weird how it like played out to where Asia was saying like, "Yo, these people start like not erasing history, but downplaying the history of the W and what the ladies did before these new fans became fans." And then to see the next week people do it is just like, well, if all the people that get mics say the same thing, maybe we do have a problem, which I see. And don't get me wrong, I'm blocked by plenty of Angel fans, Asia fans. I'm blocked because I do keep it real. I'm blocked by a bunch of Caitlyn fans just because I'm an Angel fan. Like people come and comment on my stuff and be like, "You hate Caitlyn." I look through your profile and I say, "Okay, screenshot the stuff you seen." Okay, no, you don't ever say anything about Caitlyn. You just don't like us as fans. Oh yeah, you guys went and Angel Reese dropped her podcast and you guys went and left negative comments before the first episode. I don't like that. It's not about it being Angel. If I found out that Sabrina Ionescu had a podcast and a whole bunch of you guys went and gave negative comments, I'm not gonna like that group of people. Man, who's the pick for the Sky? That's a great question. I've voiced what I think the Sky should rock with is because we're going to get this new CBA and there's going to be $1 million contracts, you go overpay for a veteran point guard. Jordan Canada might not get a max anywhere. Chicago, go give her a max. Go give her a max because your star players are on a rookie deal, Angel and Miller. So go give Jordan Canada a max. I'm just throwing that out there. It could be Cloud. I don't care if it's Cloud. Go give Cloud a max. She's not going to get a max anywhere else in the league. Go give her a max. You have a solid point guard. Go max her out and then draft a wing. AZ, I don't know if she'll be there. If it's AZ, I think that would be awesome. She works so hard on defense. Got a clippy on her, can shoot the ball. That would be the perfect person. If not, if it has to be Flage, cool. Like go overpay for a point guard because that's something Angel and Miller never dealt with. And then get you a wing with that pick. Kiki Rice is so much of a point guard that might not work. But there's a ton, there is a lot of different wings that can produce. I'd rather you overpay for a solidified point guard and take the chance drafting a wing. Because if you could solidify a Cloud, we know she's proven. Courtney Williams says she's never coming back. But a Courtney Williams S, Cloud, Skylar, who did I say at the beginning? Jordan. You overpay one of them because you don't have to spend money on your long-term players, Angel and Miller. They're on rookie contracts. And then you draft a wing with some talent. Now you got something to build off because we know our point guard, Cloud or Skylar, is locked. And we know our bigs, Miller and Angel, are locked. Now let's go try the draft with the wings and then go kind of overpay for a shooting wing. You get what I'm saying? Unless you're going to draft Olivia Miles and then overpay for Kayla McBride. But that's what I think. That's how I think the Sky should be looking at things. Like our stars are going to be on rookie contracts. We can overpay for everything else. We can give the Supermax to, you're not going to get the best of the best point guard, but we can overpay for somebody that we know is proven. That's the Sky's mentality, is we can overpay for a proven product because we overplayed for bad product last year. Overpay for proven. You call McBride, I don't know if she's on a contract, and say, hey, Phoenix, they're going to cash out fee. We can give you the max. And now you go draft Kiki Rice, Olivia Miles, whatever point guard is available to you. That's the opposite side of the option. But you go overpay because your bigs are solid. I'm ranting. My bad, y'all. Y'all done got me passionate a little bit. I need the Latson chick. Latson is a hooper. She's a baller. I can see that working. I don't have a problem with Latson. She can hoop, she can ball, but Latson's not a point. So you still got to go overpay for your point and bring in Latson. If that's their mindset, I'm not mad at that. we watched this same exact thing happen last year by not getting Sonya. So if Latson could come in the league and be a Sonya-esque, even half of a Sonya, that's better than Kia Nurse. So I don't mind. Like we watched a season of Kia Nurse. You feel me? So I don't mind if it's Latson and you take a swing on that. Yeah, we could get a shortened season. What I don't think is good for the ladies. I don't want people getting injured by overworking their body. I don't want that to happen. Kathy called out Cece. Why complaining when we are feeding you? I don't know what that means. And that's not on you, it's probably on me. Yeah, Cloud is fire. If you can overpay for Cloud, she's a solid. She's gonna work her butt off on defense with the Sky. In the last few years have not had a dog on defense, bro. Especially from the guard position. That's what I'm talking about. The wing guard position. Everybody had career nights against the Sky. They lose their minds on the part meaning standard because Asia refocuses the conversation to be GOAT. You need credentials. Yeah. To be the GOAT, bro, you got to put in the work. You got to have a resume. We're not going to call you the GOAT because people clap for you or people wear your jerseys. The GOAT is a different conversation. Jonathan, what's going on, fam? I'm just in here ranting. I haven't had a little bit of time to rock with the community. I have not been live in a while. So I was stopping by to say what's up, see what everybody's mindset is. I think the strike will be a terrible thing for the league, honestly. It doesn't make sense to go on a strike. You're at your peak. So going on a strike is silly. So you guys looking forward to the year? You think we're gonna have a year? The draft, I would hate for the draft to get pushed back and things of that nature. Like the W, it's weird that the W is peaking at the same moment the CBA is up, and I feel like that takes the leverage away from the W, honestly. I know people, okay, you guys are commenting, my bad. Do I agree with them going on strike? I'm not a fan of it because as a fan, I want to see the game, but I'm a fan of why they need to strike if they're not getting what they deserve. Just like I said, quite simply, they have a $2 billion rights deal for their man, my brain is just gone. They have a television rights deal worth $2 billion for like the next 12 years. And then they've added we're about to be at 3 expansion teams, which each team had to pay $250,000. So there's money coming into the league. Like we can understand there's money coming into the league. If you look at the estimates, the evaluations of these teams from 2 years ago to now, all of these teams have like 10x'd their evaluation. There's money in the teams and organizations. But the thing is, everybody says, well, the league has never been profitable. As a son of and grandson of businessmen, none of them want to claim a profit. Actually, you yourself, if you made $100,000 this year, and you were able to show that you made no gains on the 100,000, actually you lost because your bills were $105,000. So you don't need to pay an exorbitant amount of taxes. You would all sign up for that, right? You all say you would all love to show, because again, let's think. Let's say we open up a business, right? Landscaping business. I'm just throwing it out there. Landscaping business. It's time to do the taxes. What if all your employees got paid? You bought all your equipment. You bought the parties, holiday parties. You've done all this, and you're at this point where, let's say you're at the end of the cycle, and you could go buy more equipment and pay money to buy more equipment, or for $10,000, or would you claim you buy more? You guys know what I'm trying to say. You can buy more equipment, and that will help you claim we lost money because we paid out all the players, or we paid out all the employees, all the equipment, company parties, everything, and we actually took an L. Everything's been paid for you as a business person. Everything's paid for. I'm paid out of this bucket of money too, that everything's paid for. Or would you like to show a big profit and now have to pay $20,000 in taxes? You're gonna say everything's paid for, employees are fine, we got the best equipment, my salary's taken care of, and we actually lost $10,000 on the year versus paying tax. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's a deeper conversation when it comes to finances about business. And I grew up in that realm. Just giving you guys a bad example because I wasn't prepared to talk about this, and this is how my brain works. So I feel like I've just been on here ranting. What do you guys? My bad. So you guys keep asking me what I feel. Do you guys feel like we're going to see a strike, or do you guys feel like the players will agree, or the league will agree with the players? What do you guys think is going to happen? It's getting late. It's 8 o'clock. I'm old, y'all. Chat, what you guys think? I'm gonna wait for the responses to come in. I am gonna jump off in a minute, man. I gotta eat some dinner. I've been on the go since 6 o'clock this morning, but I haven't been live, and I didn't feel like recording content, editing, and making all the stuff to post it. So I was like, let's just come on here and holla. No thoughts, chat. Make sure you guys subscribe. If you're new here, if you don't already subscribe, it's so many people that see my content every day, and then they DM me like, bro, I've been watching you for months and didn't realize I wasn't subscribed. I'm like, come on, cuz hit the subscribe button. So subscribe. Hey, yo, in the chat, you guys respond to this. Do you watch Key's Facts videos? Women Basketball Universe, Key. Her name's Key. She goes by Key Facts. Her YouTube channel is WBB Universe. Do you guys watch her? Let me know. And this isn't nothing bad. I just want to give you guys an update. Do you guys watch Key? Because that's my girl. I love Key. She's one of my favorite people to talk about ball with. So let me know if I got any of Key's fans in here. If you guys like hearing a lady talk the W, a hooper talk the W, Key is that person. But I wanted to give you guys an update that she has a new channel. So I want you guys to be able to find Key before I get off of here. I'm trying to see if I can pull up the picture. If you guys rock with Key, this is her new YouTube page is under WBB Universe 2.0. So actually, if you don't rock with, if you have not followed her before, do me a huge favor and go follow WBB Universe 2.0. Go find that YouTube account and subscribe. That's Key. She's so solid, knows the game, knows the history of the W. Go follow her and go under her first video, say AJ brought me here. Let her know that our community just supports people. YouTube was acting funny about her original account. Go follow WBB Universe 2.0 because they took down the original. Go follow 2.0 and just say AJ sent me. I want her to know that our community supports her. I don't know why she shut down her first channel. I haven't got that info yet, but she's putting out her new channel. So go over there and be like, I seen this from AJ. I want her to know that AJ's community shows love. Man, it's like 3 people that in the whole women's basketball space that I don't rock with. And you guys don't rock with them either. But besides that, I got love for everybody. Robin, Robin L. He's a huge Caitlin Clark channel supporter. He DM me, AJ, you don't have a YouTube channel, but I want to bring you on mine because you talk Angel Reese without bashing Caitlin Clark. come on my YouTube show. That was the first time I was on YouTube, was from him. I support what he does. I don't have to agree with it. I don't stand who he stands. He doesn't stand who I stand, but I support what he does. I don't have a problem supporting all the women basketball content creators. Now, Key is on the side of who I support also. So I rock with her heavy, but I want this whole space, whether I don't agree with. That's the thing. I don't disagree with, like, Robin. Like, I use him for example. He loves Caitlyn. That's fine. I have no problem. Caitlyn deserves she deserves the love she gets. I don't have a problem. We just stand on different sides. It's cool. Do I want his channel to grow? Absolutely. I want everything in the ecosystem to grow. But Key is one of us. That's part of our fam. So go follow her new channel, man. Show Key some love. I don't know what happened with the first channel, but go show her some love. Go support Key. She's one of the OGs. One of my first times. And what happened was, let me backtrack. I was on Robin's thing, and I was, defending Angel. Angel's this, Angel's that, Angel's that, Asia's this, Asia's that. I rock with, excuse me, my bad, y'all. Asia, Angel. And I was doing that on his channel, and a dude named HD DM me. Hey, bro, I appreciate you representing for the side, for the culture, for the people. He's like, let me show you how to do it on YouTube for yourself, so you can present yourself this way. HD introduced me to Showtime. Prince, Key, HD brought me into this world. So I support, again, I could support somebody on the other side. That's no problem with me. But I rock with our people heavy. And if Robin hit me up and said, hey, bro, something happened to my page, can you let people know I have a different page? I'll do it too. We can stand on different sides. He's never said a mean thing to me, disrespectful. He's DM me like, I don't understand what the Angel Reese community is saying. And I've hit him like, bro, y'all CC fans are sounding crazy, and we've had dialogue to understand each other. And so I support the whole ecosystem. So especially somebody on my side, Key, I want Key to get, she was at 5,000 followers. I want all 5,000 people to go find Key. Go right back to the new channel and rock with Key. Key works her butt off with this content stuff. Clark is a stooge for the league against the players of the CBA. That's why they propped her up. I don't have a problem with Clark. So I don't think she's propped up. I don't even think Clark be having ill intent. I would wish she would speak up. And this is the speak up. When people say Clark should speak up, I wish she would say, yo, my fans, stop making me out to be a victim about everything. I'm cool. I like the bump with the other players. Like, that's what we grew up doing. Like, bro, I used to go to the park. I was always a shorter kid. I was faster than everybody. As an adult, quick as lightning, fast. So I knew I was going to get bumped around. I knew I was going to get knocked out the air. I knew, because I'm 5'7", still dunking. Like, I knew I was going to get that. So I wish she could come out and be like, yo, chill. This is hoop stuff. If I get a hard foul, whatever. We balling. Ain't nobody swung a fist, slapped me, did anything, tripped me. We balling. Like, that's the thing I wish Clark would do. You know what I mean? Like, and stop making me out to be a victim. That's what I wish she would come out and just be like, yo, I am not a victim, bro. Any post, any video, bro, stop attacking. They're attacking Sue Bird right now and proving her point. They're attacking Asia and proving Asia points. Bro, go right now and look. I won't tell you where to look, but a WNBA podcast has negative comments from people saying this person can't do X, Y, and Z on the court. So y'all went and hated on her podcast to give bad ratings on a podcast? Like, y'all proved a point every time. Man, my bad, y'all. I'll start ranting. Don't, bro. You short. Hey, man, I was a killer. Y'all know that short person that's 5'7" in your neighborhood that could jump out the gym, got weird calves like he worked for UPS? That was me. And my first step was a doozy. I put everybody to sleep and had a midi on me. So it was crazy. I was a tough guard. Tough guard, man. I was a tough guard. Everybody had a long day dealing with me, and I had energy. Yeah, I was, man. So I went to, I won't say it. I went to a JC out in California, and they wanted me to like red shirt, but kind of like be like the red shirt that made it hard for the actual players. And the coach told me, it was like, You got all the skill. You just 5'7". I can't do nothing with 5'7". And so it's just like, okay. And then I got a job offer for $30 an hour, and I wasn't even 21 yet. So I kind of was like, I'm not spending my time practicing to make your players better. I'm going to take this job. But yeah, I was short and nasty. Quick handle. First step will put you to sleep, and I'll meet you at the rim. I ain't never dunk on nobody, but on a fast break, I dunk. And one person looked at me on a fast break and tried to dunk on me. It did not work out well for him. Did not. I got a cramp when I landed because I maxed out my legs blocking that. But yeah, I was a defensive nightmare. You could not get past my feet were so quick you couldn't get past me on defense. Like I was gonna give you a nightmare. Spud Webb 2.0. I guess you could say that, but I was in the modern age. Like Allen Iverson was 5'11", maybe 5'10". Like I come from that era. Like my game was saucy. It wasn't Spud Webb. It was saucy like an AI type Jason Williams. But I had you had to have a midi. Watch Allen Iverson go against the Lakers, tween right to left, back, went to the free throw line, was facing the basket's this way. He stopped here, faced there, turned the fadeaway midi. Like I grew up on that type of time, bro. I grew up on that type of time where when I grew up, it was midi. Like I hate that the midi is gone in hoops now because we grew up doing that. I'm gonna give you the he bring it back to snatch you harder and shoot the midi. Like I just grew up doing that. I had a hoop my whole life in the house. I didn't have a 3-point line on my hoop, but I had an easy midi, so I learned the midi. AJ, when can I talk cool with you since you left me on that? Oh, you hit me up with another DM? Hey, Jake, bro, on Instagram, bro. On Instagram, I got what? 79,000 followers. On TikTok, I got 99,000. Bruh, my DMs, bruh. If I don't see DMs, it ain't on purpose. My DMs move fast. I'll be getting locked out of my DMs. It'd be crazy, bro. I'm gonna go find your message though. You know I don't mind talking to you, bro. I should have dropped a link. I didn't even drop a link this live. But you know you my guy. Anybody, you know what I mean? You hit me in the DMs, we chat. I'm bad at DMs. Like I said, bro, it ain't personal. I just get a million DMs a day. It's really crazy. Like I don't know likes, comments. I don't see that stuff. Like I don't even know what the page is called on social media. I'll show you, bro. I'll show you. Look, I'll show you what my timeline looks like. Like, bro, this is just a couple hours. Just this is the kind of stuff I do. So it's like it's impossible for me to just like if I see something, I'm happy I get to see it. Normally, I don't see that joint. If Caitlin's handlers let her speak up about the hate for her fans spew, they'll make the situation better for her. Man, I don't know. I honestly don't know, bro. Like I said, it ain't even, I think the only thing I would love for Caitlin to say, like I said, was just like, yo, stop making me be a victim. I'm just like everybody else. Who cares if every game I play has a million? That doesn't make me any different than the person that 2,000 people see them play in the W. We all in a W. We all big girls. We all lace up our shoes. I'm no different. Stop making me to be this superior and everybody to be this X, Y, and Z and everything's against me. Like that's the only conversation I think she needs to have. But it wouldn't matter, bro, because when Caitlin came out and talked about the black women that built the WNBA, they all said she was tap dancing. She bent the knee, all that stuff. But guess what? They came right back because they can't attack Asia. They can't attack Angel without having the Caitlin Clark because they can't use Paige. Sonya Citron does not talk. So it has to be Caitlin. So when she did bent the knee, when she supported the black people, they were mad for 2 days. And then they came right back around. This is so corny. So Caitlin's in a lose-lose low key. Yeah, bro. When you get to a certain stage, bro, your DMs, your comments, your likes, like I only honestly, like I'll show you my feed. Like I really mostly see blue check marks in my feed, and I still don't read them. Like, you ever wonder why, like, oh, my favorite content creator never responded to my comments? Bruh, it's almost impossible. It's a different world. I grew up during the cotton era in high school. Our version of shit. Bro, I don't know what you talking about, fam. Not that I have a problem with it, but you using words I never said in my life. Where you from, Henry? Ohio. Oh, I could have kept reading. I mean, I have no knowledge on Ohio. I went to the School of Arts in California, and I played ball for like I played ball for a whole different school. So I went to the School of Arts. So, bro, if you handed me a map, I couldn't point out most things on a map. But I can tell you what key a song's in. I can tell you what a pot of beret is in dance. I can probably make you a sculpture with what's that stuff called? The clay thing. I did all that. I developed photos from old school film, darkroom, solution, bam, bam, bam. Done all that. Video production, did that before it was like LED lights and all that stuff. We used to have the big lights. I have to put the colors, the different color films in the light red. Okay, this light needs to be green. Like, bro, I grew up knowing arts. I don't know common knowledge. Like, if I really wanted to make a podcast, a real podcast, it wouldn't even be about sports. It would be like AJ learns common knowledge. And you would say, AJ, what are the 7? I don't know what it is. The 7 continents. I think that's what it is. Bro, I couldn't name you one. I don't know the difference between a continent and an intersection. Hey, I went to the School of Arts to be I went to School of Creative Arts, bro. And it's funny that it took me 15 years after graduating to content to become a thing. And then as soon as content became a thing, I skyrocketed, became a content creator, worked full time just doing my content on all platforms. But it took me 15 years for like the industry to develop and become. So if I needed a job that I needed to know what continent Spain was a part of, ooh, I would be in trouble. If I needed to point out on a map where Italy is located, I'd be in trouble. What's going on, Chris? Love your channel. I think CC and AB are locks because Stephanie White. Absolutely. It's not even because Stephanie White. CC and AB bring value. CC plays at a pace that is unmatched. Like, if you get in a situation where the game's too slow and hand CC the ball and say, let's speed it up and outrun this other team, nobody like that. AB is one of the best bigs in women's basketball, period. AB 6'5", post moves. Now she's comfortable shooting her jumpers. They're going to make the team. It's not because Steph White. They're going to make the team. Like, over here, I keep it real. They're going to make the team. But to be honest, it sounds like Paige showed out in that training camp, bro. That's what I keep hearing and seeing out of everybody. Like, Paige did her big one. Cotton is a Cali high school basketball legends around 1990. Said, bro, I don't know. Where I was in Cali, I ain't come from. Actually, where I'm from in Cali is big for girls and women, not for the men. Norman Powell, San Diego, where I'm from, my area. Women's side, we got Sade Houston, Candace Wiggins, Kelsey Plum, Pow Pow, Dejanay Carrington. Like, it's different. But we produce a lot of football players on my side for the fellas. The rise of Angel, Paige, Caitlin is real stupid if there isn't a season. Yeah, if there was no season next year, man, that's going to ask for a lot of problems. Oops. Okay, got it. I'm gonna have to look up. Cotton. Hey, throw it in one of my comments because I'm gonna get off here and make me some dinner, and I'm gonna forget. I know my brain, but put it in my comment on my last video so I can look up. I don't want to say the name wrong. Shay Cotton, SH. I got my phone right here. I could look it up real quick. Oh, you taking us back, old school back. Okay, I'm gonna look into it for real, for real. He scored 40 on Kobe. Yeah, I'm gonna definitely jump into it. See, this looked like an era where man, if you weren't in the actual city of the players, you probably didn't hear about the players. Like, that's kind of the era, you know what I mean? I grew up in right before. I remember my first YouTube video watching. The first time I watched a YouTube video was Raiders highlights at my grandma's house. And my cousin was like, yo, he said, YouTube has Raiders highlights. I said, YouTube? The rock band? What does YouTube know about the Raiders? Like, I remember that was my first conversation. Like, no, YouTube is a website with videos. And it was like Raider highlights, and the next video was a cat being a cat. Sue was talking about the camp on her show. She said the last day the vets against the young intern, the vets won after tie and OT. So they gave a run for their money. Absolutely. And I said at the beginning of this live is the 19U went and won their qualifying tournament, which means USA already has a bid for the World Cup. So in March, the March tournament for qualifiers kind of doesn't matter. So because we already have our bid for the cup. So I don't see like the big time players playing in March now, that it kind of doesn't matter. It's not worth Asia getting injured or Stewie or Fee re-aggravating the things that bother them at the end of the season, if that makes sense. All right, we're moving fast now, chat. Since I'm here, I'll just ask a question I sent in the DM. What do you think, Lindsay? Oh, what do I think of Lindsay as a coach? I would like to see Lindsay have a more versatile bag as coaching. And I'm not mad at her for not having it, because you have the number one player in the world. And so you build your team and your offensive, what am I trying to say? Your offensive, my brain, you build your team and your offense philosophy around having the number one player in the world, and that player is gone. So, I mean, we've seen it happen in pros all the time where your team that next year, that same year, it just don't look like what it should, because you built knowing, you get what I'm saying? So I'm not mad at her, but because Jazzy is such a different player than Jew, that you can't just plug and play. You feel me? I understand the roster that she went and built around you, Juju. It makes so much sense. The roster, the construction of the team was perfectly built for Jew, but there's no Jew. But once Jew gets back, it's going to be a problem. It's going to be a problem because they're bringing in the young lady from overseas who was the number one player. And then you got Jazzy Faye on the wing. And then you got Jew, and then you got Ken Dog being a monster. Like, I have no doubts. So they're just missing the biggest key. You know what? When you played the Lakers and they were in the triangle and there was no Kobe, that triangle didn't hit the same. You feel me? So it's not a knock on the coach. She built what she needed to build to develop around her star player. W doesn't want to market any player besides CC because she's a stooge for the management. I've never caught your live. Yeah, I don't go live often at all. And I can't believe I've been talking for an hour. I'm not this isn't my bag. I'm trying to get comfortable doing it. But yeah, so thank you for tuning in. Trust me, make sure you guys are subscribed. I'm out my comfort zone, so I need y'all to hit the subscribe. Yes, the youngest won the first game. I seen the vets won the second, and then they tied for the third, and Chelsea Gray went. Man, you don't want to see Chelsea Gray in the clutch. Chelsea Gray is a hooper, man. Yeah, so I heard that the youngins went and ran the table, which is funny because the only clip we got from the first game was Angel doing that full court rebound pass and one finish, and that's all they showed until Chelsea took over in game 3. But I trust the youngins. I think they can go out and run the tables in March. She was a Brown alum. I don't know who you talking about. I forgot, bro. We didn't start talking about everybody. Oh, the coach. Yeah, coach was a Brown alum, and they did have that shooting. Hey, yo, the people affected, we're praying for you. That's so unfortunate. I hate that stuff like that keeps happening, man. It's disgusting. People suck, man. Some people really, really like, they're so miserable that they'll rather take and ruin other people's lives, man. I don't want to talk about that. Mixed reviews about mostly bad, but honestly don't think she's bad. But yeah, Jake, a lot of people go crazy at the coach, at Coach G, and man, that's a tough position to be in, bro. Losing the best player in the world. in your sport. That's tough. You build your team, you build your coaching staff around this one player. So, man, let people walk, bro. Juju did amazing. She was a fine coach. Juju did amazing while she was healthy. Could she be a better coach? Everybody could be a better coach. But to be honest, Juju and Kiki were great together. They didn't have the biggest batch of talent, other scores, other options. On now, now the coach, when she gets Juju healthy, and I pray everybody sticks around and doesn't transfer. I hate the transfer portal. Now, if she has Jazzy, Ken, Ju, why am I forgetting names? If she has the whole squad healthy, and you don't make an offense that highlights everybody, even the motion often, like get everybody involved, then we can start judging. Because again, they're bringing in the girl from overseas. This is why my videos I don't go live and you see edits, because I gotta have my information there. But with the big roster USC will have fully healthy next year, then we could really judge her as a coach, because it's going to be so many options. And if you can keep the other team on their heels, because who knows who's going to be scoring in each possession, if you can't do that, then we could really judge. Yeah. The shootings, man. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Sataya. How do you say it? She's cold too. I watched her tape and I've seen her play before. She's cold. Jew gonna be pushed to 3. Jew, you know what? Jew is interesting. Jew is interesting about her height and size. Because sometimes I see her with players that are supposed to be 6 foot and she's the same height, and I see her players that are 6'2", and it seems like she's still the same height as them. It's like, how tall are you really, Jew? And I seen during the Olympics, the training camp, AB is 6'5" listed, Angel 6'3". I promise you, when they stand next to each other, it looks the same. It looks the same. It looks the same. It really does. At times, Angel looks like the tallest person out there besides Betts and Brink. Yeah, Drew could go 1 through 3 easy. Drew could play 1 through 3 easy. And again, I think that offense is going to have to get some motion going, some movement, some. Honestly, we were talking earlier about my Sacramento Kings in the 2000s. Bruh, the San Antonio Spurs back in the day, you never know who was about to give it to you, who was going to score on any possession, because they had so much firepower, and everybody loved to play off of each other. And USC can become that type of player, that type of team too. Chat, it's been an hour, 10 minutes. I got to make me some dinner. It's 8:30 out here. So I'm going to jump off, but I just had some free time. I honestly didn't feel like recording and editing a video. So I want to just come chop with you guys, man. I appreciate you all. I gave a shout out to my girl Key. Everybody, go follow Key's new page, please. I don't know if she just decided to start a brand new page. Don't know what's going on, but Key is a instrumental factor in our community. Her page is WBB Universe 2.0. I know it's backwards, but you can get the idea. WBB Universe 2.0. Go follow Key, man. Go follow Key so we can run it back up. She had 5,000 followers, and she deserves a whole new 5, the old new 5 plus a whole new on her new channel, man. Key is really solid. So go follow her and put in her latest video. AJ told me to pull up, something like that. Yeah, I'm gonna go eat. Blake is not a negative word, AJ. That's it. Oh, bloke. Yeah, man. The person I only heard it once from one person, and they kind of use it negative. They're like, "Look at this stupid bloke." Can I say stupid on here? So I was like, "Oh, that's a word I got to stay away from." You feel me? I appreciate you. USC problem is not having a true point. Um, maybe, but sometimes when you have so much skill on the wings, and then somebody like Jude, it kind of don't need that point. What is the point guard? The thing with Ju is she can get money from everywhere on the court, and she could set your action. And I think with so much talent they have now, if they run an actual action heavy offense, that it can start with anybody. You guys watch USA clips? Most of the USA clips started from Angel, AB. You've seen who's on the other side. You've seen the bigs actually start in action with Team USA. So when you got so much talent, you kind of develop an action that it can start from the wing, from the high post, from the low post, from everywhere. You guys get what I'm saying. But I do have to log on, man. Australian, is that where bloke is? All right, man. I gotta log off. I appreciate you, all you guys tapping in. Hopefully, we'll do some more lives. This is new to me and it's different, man. I'm really a perfectionist with my content. So if you watch my videos, you could tell I edit out a lot of stuff. Because when I start rambling, it was like, you know what? I don't know the facts. So then I delete it. So this is just a little more raw form of me, pause. But we've been here for an hour. I appreciate all you guys, man. Go follow Key Facts. And if you're not subscribed to me, bruh, subscribe to me. All right. Love you all, man. Stay blessed.